Lycan.
And would you believe it? Universe getting up in the face of MVP. No surprise there, but it's going to be a little bit more difficult than last time. As the jump in from Febby, he didn't go for Lance to start with. He started with Doppelganger, the stun in from March. Universe going to be in trouble. Spins won't save him here. And MVP takes the first blood against EG's off-laner.
Yeah, Doppelganger level 1 can't have been the build. If he had gone for the Spirit Line Poison as well, looking for QO.
With the Haster, he could also kill the Courier if he wants. That's a bottle on the Courier. But if he can kill off QO, this is even
so
bigger.
worth it. This is a level 5 storm.
Poison. That's 3 stacks already. He's looking for the disruption. Now the catcher, no more mana for a poison. He'll have it in a moment, but QO, he's not going to pop from this. PPD, if he can get the solo kill, he's got it. He takes the kill, and in comes Sumail. There'll be more support arriving from Nuts, but this is also a Shadow Fiend against 2 supports. While Skywrath Mage might have a glimmer of hope to attack that.
Just don't target the PL, go for everyone else.
They got Light Striker Ray and Laguna Blade QO. He'll be able to jump himself away from this one. And the TP, is there another control? Yule Scepter, how he saves it into the Light Striker Ray. Universe, Blink Dagger 1 second, and Sumail's already waiting. He denies himself. And support's rotating in from MVP, but it's too late. Even if Febby was about to doppelganger down, he would just end up killing himself.
It's honestly just the fact that AUI...
Now, there's pings, they're moving over. That's that Hawk that's just keeping very close tabs. Well, as close as they possibly can over an EG. And wow, as MVP, they could play this so smart right now. They've been pushing at the bottom lane. If EG try and snipe this, the Hawk sees them perfectly. MVP, the Mystic Flare can push him up, but you won't do this too early. And the Storm Spirit to jump in. There's your Mystic Flare, but Fear taking it up. He's inside the pit. Roshan, he comes for it. The SF picked up the Aegis Immortal. It's in the hands of Sumail. Aoi 2000, you also Rubble buying some time. The Beastmaster first captured in war as he's Sumail. He's chasing up the MVP players. He picks up March as well for the double kill. Fear wants to get himself away from this Phantom Lancer, but Febby, he does still have himself. Yeah, there's that jump. Get away to safety, but they can't chase after him to the ends of the earth. No more call, but the battle hunger for the movement speed. They stay on the end of him. Where's that dunk? No mana for it. Into again, that doppelganger trying to retreat, and he's baiting them away to run up to the high one. The Yule Scepter after it. He's still gonna die. He tried a next level micro of the illusions to confuse EG.
I was gonna say, actually, he might get away, but they instantly knew it was up. Maybe the better mind game was to run away and leave that one hanging, but actually gonna be miserable now too. Yep. And he's going for this full utility, let's kill the storm build.
Yep. Because if he's just going to go for the damage output, like he doesn't even need that. Lycan's practically finished up the Assault Cuirass, so having the AC means they can burn through the building. Sumail's job is to make sure that Storm Spirit dies and let the rest of his team do the work. So for now, they move in, they smoke, they find one, and they've got the Nuts by the balls. Jumping in, Universe ducks him down. QO does it, a BKB to protect him, focusing on PPD. PPD, defensive disruptor, so QO can't kill him straight away. Sumail with the ultimate, KP running away, but he cannot do it in time. The blink up, and somehow PPD, in fact, lives through this. MVP pounded into the dirt. You've got your doppelganger up, so PL will be able to escape up, but the push and the damage is already going to be done. They can only take the tier 3 towers, however, unless they push for the GG. This could be a way to do that if they can kill off Febby. No, doppelganger too strong.
Febby gets out of there, but Sumail still has the
they're battling backdoor regeneration. They don't have a creep wave with them. They cannot physically take the racks. They're forced out to take the tier 2 tower on top.
Yeah, but still, you still have the Aegis up on the Shadow Fiend, and on top of that, I mean, he's got a Hex. He's got a BKB. He doesn't really need any more items. It's the back of this Lycan right now who looks like maybe this is the Assault Curse flying out to him. Yeah, that's a full AC. I mean, things just get grimmer and grimmer for MVP Phoenix. How do you fight? You've got so much mobility. AUI again almost has the Active Scepter, and
all the damage which is missing from Shadow Fiend. Not to mention, you're then able to stack on heavy amounts of control.
Yeah. This bottom tower doesn't exist anymore for MVP.
Are they going to commit Necro units, Wolves, everything? Now that was interesting. Smoke, the Roar going to go on Sumail, trying to keep him out of the fight. QO jumping in, and he controls PPD at the start. This time, can he get the kill? The answer is no. Again, PPD able to defensively disrupt, and MVP are in a lot of trouble. Sumail with one attack, in he comes as well. There's your Light Striker Ray. QO is going to drop. This is probably going to be the game. The buyback comes from the Storm Spirit. Now he's going to kill off PPD, getting a double kill for QO, but the Light Striker Ray, Aoi as well as Sumail just see up the back lines, dishing up the damage. The Yule Scepter up, and EG, they are being repelled here. Sumail is trying to battle up against the illusions, find the Beastmaster out by himself. Is Aoi? Yep, he's going to end up dying. Sumail, he's going to TP out in time.
Honestly, I think that was a bit of a misplay by QO though. He could have killed the Shadow Fiend that had like 400 HP, but he went for the Lina instead, and I think that's just a product of both games. Wolves and the next
Storm,
can
that's a
actually...
jump. He's going for PPD. He wants death. He's going to almost get it this time. They started the fight, killing off PPD. Somehow BKB, you'll send her up into the air. Universe also being hunted by QO. This is a big play here for the Storm Spirit to get this kill. That means MVP, I would say they had the advantage, but they lost the BS and the Brewmaster and the Beastmaster. The back end of play. Somehow being dragged back in again. QO sees in the missing flare. QO still surviving through it. He triggered the cheese to allow for all these jumps. Now he will also get back out to safety. But MVP, a big buy of, what is that fight? That's a big buy of space. They can come back in, they can defend the bottom lane, which is pushing in quite heavily, but they show that they can kill off EG.
Yeah, you needed to use the cheese. The Aegis wasn't popped at least, and Sumail used pretty much everything there. That's, I mean...
he realizes the fight about to erupt in the middle lane. The swap actually pulling SF back. He's going to BKB up into the air. Requiem is above us. Only 18 souls worth of power, but QO controlled. They burn the Aegis, the Immortal, and into Nut Spear. Rabid dogs all over the Skywrath Major. QO drops to Vengeful Spirits on the run, but the rest of Fear's army is chasing him down. That'll get the kill there. 4-star up. Universe for the Culling Blade. And they will chase down the middle lane. They want to get a second set of frags here. The push on the side lane won't come in time. It's 21 seconds until this PL, so these BTs off cooldown. That's too long. He has to walk back.
The fact that he wasn't able to get into that fight, I mean, MVP, they had some glimmer of hope, but that just kind of crushes it. You need the PL to fight. I can't stress that enough.
They were sitting there as 4. Like, it can never happen. You can only fight when the BTs are off cooldown.
So Febby, gonna try to set up for this, but the racks are gonna go down so quickly.
It's been a while since I've seen this SD counter. Make a copy of PL, so then you've got all your PLs, and he's burning out the Phantom Lancer. That's PPD's control. So they bring down the tier 3 tower. EG realize the Storm Spirit's up in 1 second, and they need to get the hell out of here. Storm, they're going to come for this. They want to go for the fight. Sphere into ulti form. Storm's going to have a very, very long jump. He's going to find anybody. He's close enough to get the Hex over on Universe, dragging him back to PL illusion, burning off the mana, but defensive SD disruption might buy enough space. Universe TP out. That was optimistic. And he'll be down for a minute. But the Storm Spirit, not a healthy man. He'll need time to regenerate, and still this bottom lane pressure means MVP cannot push back out after getting a kill.
Yeah. But for MVP, good things did happen. You didn't lose your racks, you lost your tower.
They actually,
well, not racks. I mean,
we had when we were in our Turtle Beach team chat before, like we heard, okay, maybe I'll have to wait for this one because March initiated on everyone from MVP in. They help him or they get the hell out of there. And so far, Vengeful Spirit's going to go down. Febby turns defensive disruption, saving Sumail some time here. And PPD perching over on Febby. He thought he might get out this one. And, well, okay, that SF ulti's not going to do a hell of a lot. Skywrath Mage's already dead. Owie being pulled back in by QO. Can the Storm Spirit make the Chaos? Universe remains to get the call on him, but Owie, he's going to drop, and that's a lot of PL. He just moved their way through, but how much damage can they really do? Universe lose the mana. There's your second ultimate from the SF. There's still very minimal effect. Heavy the PL, 4 starts away. He's allowing his supports to keep him up, and in comes the Storm Spirit right over the top of Fear. He's going to drop bomb down, but QO is out of mana. He cannot reach him. It's the fake PLs that were actually copied from PPD at the start that's making sure he doesn't have enough for the jump. There's your Lancers, and PPD will eventually drop here. So MVP able to take the fight. They have to push the towers. There's no choice. This is the only opportunity they've got. Even though this creep wave is going to take maybe 20 seconds to get to the bottom, that's 20 seconds to take out a tier 2.
Yeah, and that fight didn't go badly for MVP at all. They consistently use Force Staffs to get Febby out of the way.
It's kind of weird. Storm, wow, that's a long jump up. Hex on PPD. He is going to get Vortex back in again. The BKB's going to protect him. PPD, there's no buyback, but again, gets the defensive disruption. Now Fear swaps him in and out. Fear into ultimate form. Necro is triggered as well. Much so low, he's going to drop. PPD is low over dead. The buyback comes down. Fear up into the Fear. He's trapped in the corner. QO comes back to life from the Aegis to the Immortal, but then again, how much damage do they do? Febby, you're underneath the tier 4 tower again. You are going in. Howie's on the run out. They send him up. Is there enough stuns? Universe is slow. Sumail's trying to buy some space, and Febby's running out of here. Objective-based gaming buildings are not your friend. You have to kill them off. Febby out. He's looking for another opening, but can they hold this? And it looks like they're going to. The Yule's up on Febby. He'll doppelganger himself away, and there's your jump in. Universe, big call. Laguna Blade is off cooldown, but they get the follow-up stuns. QO must die. Is there enough damage? Yes, there is. There's going to be the death of the Storm Spirit. The roar from the Beastmaster try and find some space, but it's just not enough. Febby back into it again. Diffusal charge over on Aoi, but the Rangers take care of all the illusions of fear. He's got the basher over on Febby. The PL's going to drop. And EG hold the line, and Aoi, the invincible, stays alive. And they repel MVP as again MVP. We thought they were going to do a blitz, and they did it. They went balls deep.
They overextended way too hard for that. And I mean, every single person knew that they were...
Like, when you've got the economy, you want to use the money. It's actual gold that isn't there. Oh, pull in. That's nice on the SF. What a great swap. Into that ultimate universe. Is he going to get marched down low enough? There's your Cully Blade number one. The PO wants to keep fighting this one up as the Skywrath Mage is down. Viet has buyback available, but look up on top. Remember, he leans up against the Lycan. He likes to move quick and fast, and he'll try and run away from Febby. The Lance already used. The Lycan legs are pumping up. Bottom lane melee Rack brought down. Universe jumped up to give a bit of a hand. The Storm Spirit bowling out of control. They managed to bring down the melee on the top, which means now side lane balance goes the way of EG. And again, I'm going to say the fabrication available, and they're not going to use it to protect the mid. They're just going to let it go and wait for MVP to go further. But how far do they go? PPT, the man out, but they force up. The Roar's over on Universe, so we couldn't get the call off. Dragging it back. Universe going to go down here. BKB, he turns for Munch, forcing QO to ball himself back up. Now he will buy back Munch, dying to the tower effect. You are going to lose the Beastmaster as well. He'll buy back into the game to try and defend, but meanwhile, inside the Radiant base, as I called it, Feared's going to disappear. You're up against Megas, MVP. They have to go for the GG push into these G4 towers. Febby versus the world. Fury can't return. They're going to control him, but how well can they do it? Febby's still working it out. He hasn't finished the G4 towers. It's setting the wrong PLs up. The Fear, is he going to die? Yes, he is. He's down for the count, but the Creep Wave is pushing in, and still MVP. They can't finish the job. So Mail is back, bringing down that Skywrath Mage. Febby, he cannot die. Febby must live. Febby can't live. He's down for 2 minutes. This could be it. This could be over, and MVP could be removed from the MLG Pro League. Boy!
Honestly, AUI has played out of his mind. He lands every single stun on the Phantom Lancer, is able to hold by himself, buys himself enough time for Sumail to come back in as well.
They have a buyback of a Skywrath and a buyback over on the Storm Spirit if they can do it. Now in comes EG, 13 seconds until PL's back up. Storm Spirit, long jump in, he went for Universe, but Universe got the call off. You have already brought down the Beastmaster. How are we going to work? And there's
doesn't have buyback.
There's no buyback available. He didn't end up selling the bottle, and now he's in trouble. The tier 4 tower's melted. PL might be back to World of Living, but where is his friends? He's got no friends right now. He's lost everything. GG! Evil Jesus will take it up against MVP 2-0. And the long road to the grand final for the Americans has started here. They still have to go up against the other team that beat them in the round robin, NIP, if they're going to get into the grand final up against Empire. But it's the start.
Honestly though, MVP played their hearts out. That could have been an absolute stomp, especially after the first game, and you can see that they're disappointed.
Yeah.
And I mean, give them a big round of applause. They played their